Hi, my name's Alison McGregor. I work with grape growers across Australia and I have a passion for improving spray application in vineyards. In a series of recent spray application workshops coordinated by the Australian Wine Research Institute, the Australian Table Grape Association and with support from Murray Valley Wine Growers, I worked with New Zealand spray application expert David Manktalau. Now, we captured content from those workshops on a range of spray related topics and we turned it into a series of short videos. Before we launch into each topic, I want to take a moment to look at the big picture. We have to remember that there are 4 critical components to getting efficient and effective control, and you might know them as the 4 T's. It's timing, treatment, target, and technique. So we should think about timing, and timing we have to think about from the vine's perspective, which is really thinking about when is the vine most susceptible, and so when are the most effective times that we need to spray to protect the vine. We also have to think about timing from the perspective of the disease or pest. When is that disease or pest most vulnerable to control or most efficiently controlled? So the next T is treatment, and treatment is about which type of chemistry is the best choice for the disease or pest at that time in the season. And treatment is also about the rates and volumes that you're going to need. The third T is targets. Now, each disease or pest really is quite a unique target. And so we have to think about where the disease or pest is going to start in the canopy. What's the vine tissue that really needs protecting? And what sort of coverage do you need? What does that target, once we've sprayed it, what does the spray coverage need to look like? And what are the challenges around spraying each of those specific targets, different tissue types, different pest types? And the fourth T is technique. And this is where we think about what are the manipulations that we need to make to the equipment so that our droplets will reach and stay on each of the targets. We need to get a really high rate of success with each of the 4 T's. And, I'm going to talk through a scenario. So just looking at timing, say our spray schedule was pretty well planned, but we got some unexpected rain and a few windy days, and that might have delayed a treatment. So actually in the end, our timing ended up only being about, let's say, for the purpose of the hypothetical, 70% of optimum. Now, looking at the treatment, so we've chosen a chemical that's basically a protectant. And because our timing wasn't perfect, we've got some low level of infection already there. So our treatment is also only going to be, let's say, 70% effective. Now, looking at technique, just because of the way our machine is set up, we're actually directing a bit too much spray above and below the canopy. Maybe we've got some coarse droplets there that are bouncing off foliage and bunches. So let's say our technique is actually only 70% effective. And then coming to target, well, we want protection from this spray on the backs of leaves and on developing bunches. But actually these are really different targets for droplets to land on and stay on. So perhaps our efficiency hitting the critical targets is also only about 70%. And then if we do the maths on this, we can work out what our overall efficiency is. So it goes like this: 70% of 70% of 70% of 70% is only, wait for it, 24%. So our overall efficiency rating for that spray would be 24%. And for that reason, we always have to think of all of the 4 T's. Specifics about spray setup are covered in our other videos, and we hope that the whole set of videos encourages you to think more about the targets and more about refining different aspects of your spray setup to reach those targets. This video series was produced by the Australian Table Grape Association in partnership with the Australian Wine Research Institute with support from Murray Valley Wine Growers Incorporated and Hort Innovation.